They're available 24/7 in our pockets, at our fingertips, and on computers and tablets at home or work. Social media apps like TikTok, Facebook, X, and more, consuming an average of 2 hours and 24 minutes of our time each day, oftentimes much more. Community groups, scanner pages, bloggers, and live streamers quick to point out crime, crashes, and happenings in a community in real time, sometimes unfiltered and unverified. Lieutenant Kayla Miller helps to oversee the South Bend Police Department's Detective Bureau by managing caseloads and investigations.
I think one of the biggest hindrances for our investigations is that it's just such a quick source of information, but that does not mean that it's accurate information.
She says what comes over a scanner and is posted on social media sometimes isn't what's actually happening at the scene, like a shooting.
Maybe it's learned that it was self-inflicted or it's accidental. Those are things that are not reported by law enforcement as being criminally assaulted shootings.
High-profile cases in Indiana, like in the trial of Richard Allen, who's now convicted for the murders of Abby Williams and Liberty German in Delphi, have seen conspiracy theories, false information, and even photos of the victims shared on social media.
This is an opportunity for us to all learn about what social media is and isn't, what we should do and what we shouldn't, and understand that their words have consequences to other human beings.
Here locally, Elkhart County Prosecutor Vicki Becker said in a previous news conference that misinformation on social media caused significant harm to those traumatized by the January 27th shooting at a Martin's grocery store.
I want to conclude my comments with a request for people to stop spreading gossip, rumors, and information that is second, third, fourth hand, that seems interesting and seems scandalous, but is irresponsible and not true.
There was speculation the shooting stemmed from a domestic dispute, a claim that later turned out to be false. Lieutenant Miller adds that in certain instances, live streaming from a crime scene, especially during which a suspect is evading capture, can sometimes potentially put an officer in harm's way.
And you're giving away our advantage points, and now you're putting law enforcement at risk.
House Bill 1186 was signed into law in 2023 in Indiana, making it a Class C misdemeanor for interfering within 25 feet of a law enforcement officer in an investigation. The law was challenged in August of 2023 by a citizen journalist in South Bend who would live stream police activity on YouTube, arguing it violated his First Amendment right to record police in public spaces. Several media outlets also sued in October that same year, claiming the law unconstitutional. A judge upheld the law in January of last year, and its enforcement would ultimately be halted temporarily by a judge in September. House Bill 1122 this year sought a minor language change to the original bill to satisfy the court in the injunction ruling, and it was signed into law 2 months ago by Governor Braun.
We do think this is obviously a clear faith effort to bring the law into compliance with constitutional requirements.
The American Civil Liberties Union of Indiana remained neutral on House Bill 1122 during committee hearings this year, but still believes 25 feet is too great of a distance. The law does not stop a person from filming or watching, but can criminalize someone who was told by an officer to stop approaching. Other states have adopted similar laws, almost with the same verbiage as Indiana's. There are plenty of positive aspects of social media. The International Association of Chiefs of Police and the Urban Institute surveyed 539 law enforcement agencies in 2016 on their use of social media. Most of them used social media to notify the public of safety concerns, community outreach, public relations, and soliciting tips on crime, sometimes leading to missing persons being found or a break in a cold case.
So there's definitely good to social media. It just needs to be used in the right way.
Thanks for watching. Here's another story you may like, and subscribe to the WSBT 22 YouTube channel.